Hey everybody, welcome back. We got a very special, another episode of Elev8 in store for you tonight. We're going to be joined here in a minute by Nathan Adami Glass on Instagram. He's got some super dope work, and I'm super excited to get into it about the details of that work and his history of glass career. But before we get to that, we're going to talk with Steve real quick.
What up, y'all? I'm Steve with Elev8, and I'm coming from a really cool snowy day here in Colorado. Really stoked that we got this first snow of the year. Not first snow, but first heavy snow. And what I really am excited about, though, other than the snow, is we got Adam I coming up, where we get to, talk about him, learn about him, what he's doing, and so forth. I got to blow glass with him a few years ago, and yeah, this dude is just humble, just down to earth, and I loved working with him. So this is a really great opportunity to come talk to him, see where he's at, and check out a little more. So you definitely should follow Adam I Glass. And when you check out his metal pipes going back old school, which they're not metal, they're glass, but they look like metal pipes, it's just really old school. And anybody who knows about this industry and has been in the industry for the last 15 plus years will really have a feeling towards those metal pipes. Just really excited about this opportunity to talk with Adam I. And hey, Chris, let's get this started, man. I'm excited.
Thanks, Steve. That was super awesome. And now for our very special interview with Adam I Glass. Hey, man, how's it going? Thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
So, how did you get started blowing glass?
So in 2005, I was attending SIUC, which is Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, and I was in their art program. One of the fellow students during class just mentioned, I got a glass blowing shop at my house. I was like, dude, let's go make some pipes after school. And pretty much he took me over, and it was on ever since.
Nice. So that was just like a little home studio, like garage setup or something like that?
Yeah, it was just in his basement from what I remember. It was 15 years ago. His name was Eric Schmitz. He's still in the glass industry, still doing his thing. He's more scientific now, but shout out to Eric.
Nice. So what sort of things did you start making when you first got behind the torch?
Well, like with any artist, I dabbled in like just non-functionals like pendants and solid work for, I would say, a good solid year. I was dabbling with pipes in that first year too, but nothing was really sellable at that point. I did happen to like meet some owners of head shops, and they were like awesome enough to like be purchasing some of my first hollow work. I mean, these pieces were going for like a couple bucks a piece probably, but it all started with the pendants though.
Nice. What sort of techniques were you first using when you got started?
The implosion, like the fume implosion was just super popular. I always loved the depth of it all. Just the depth of the fume implosion is really what, grabbed my eye and got me deeper into the pendants.
Nice. Do you still have any of those first things that you blew in that like first year or so?
I wish I did. I do not. I would say like some of the first work that I actually kept would have been like 2010. I probably have some like 2008 pendants, but nice. Man, I really didn't keep much stuff until probably like 2010.
Did you have a mentor at all when you were starting?
So it's been so long. I wish I remembered everybody's names. Some of the names I do remember would have been Eric Schmitz. He was the kid in college. There was Mark Harmon. I was working at his studio for a few months in the beginning. He goes by ATEC Glass on Instagram.
Is that not the Mark Harmon from NCIS? Or no? What? Isn't there an actor that's named Mark Harmon? I feel like
there might be. I'm not familiar.
I'm almost positive there's an actor named Mark Harmon from like one of those crime shows. I'm sorry.
My wife's screaming from the back. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm not crazy.
But Mark Harmon was also there in the beginning. And then there was a studio in Illinois, and I was living in Southern Illinois at that point. and my family lived in central Illinois. So I end up going back to visit them, and I find out there's another glass blowing studio, and they were selling raw materials. And it really, made me kind of want to move back home and just to have access to the raw materials, the color, being able to just be like, oh, I'm out of a tube of 50 and go and pick it up was like a game changer at that point. And that was unbroken glass. And that would have been probably 2009, 2008, somewhere in there.
Nice.
So those were some of the beginning mentors.
Very cool. Have you had a chance to work with any of them at all recently?
Some of the artists that worked at Unbroken Glass are still doing their thing. I haven't got a chance to work with a lot of my old buddies recently. I would love to, though. All you guys, send me some sections. Let's make it happen.
Heck yeah. Have you taken any classes ever in your career?
I have. In the very beginning, in Southern Illinois, Chad Goodpaster, Chad G. Glass, he lived probably like 45 minutes away from me. So I ended up taking probably a few lessons from him in the beginning on wigwags. And then I took a Steve Sizlove class at Unbroken, which was back when I moved to Central Illinois. And then there was a Eugene and Mickelson Sizlove class in Indiana at probably 2012 era. So those are the classes I've taken. I wish I could do more. Just my time spent making product at this point.
Yeah, I saw when I was looking through your page getting ready for this that you're booked out for like 36 months, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so it's all based on like estimates. I produced around 380 metal pipes last year. The next 1,250 of them, probably 1,300 of them are sold at this point. So it's all based off of an estimate on how many I produced in 2020. So as long as I keep going at this rate, it will be 36 months.
Nice. Before we jump into the metal pipes, because I do want to ask you a couple of questions, are you working in a home studio now or a studio with shopmates?
I'm lucky enough to have a home studio. It's pretty much home studios my whole career. Like there's been probably 2 years when I didn't have a home studio, but for the majority, it's been home studio. And I'll give you guys a little tour real fast. It's literally just right out in my garage. So this is my daily commute to work. My garage and shop are a little messy, but boom, we're in the garage.
Nice.
I got to turn on some lights here real fast, but so this is my shop.
Heck yeah.
So it's got a little lathe. It's got a little television in the corner. There's some of my tools. It's all really messy right now because I just finished work. Some stuff that I'll be working on. There's like some saws, a sandblaster, a bunch of lapidary stuff.
Nice. That's an awesome little shop you got there.
I love having a home shop. It's just convenient. If it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm like, dude, I want to go out there and just do a few wigwags, I feel like I can get so much more done with a home studio.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if the bug strikes you at 2 o'clock in the morning and you're like, whoa, I have this crazy idea, let me go do this right now.
I always say once the sun goes down, I'm not worth a shit. But
nice.
Pull some more night shifts when I was younger.
Yeah, I know plenty of glass blowers they're very much either the day shift or the night shift as far as
just a morning person. Like I have that energy in the morning and I have that inspiration, and once that sun goes down, I just want to unwind.
Nice. So going back into the metal pipes, where did the idea or inspiration for those come from? And how long ago was that? So
the idea actually came from another artist. His name is Matt Escucci. Cucci. I'm gonna butcher his Instagram, but his name is Matt Escucci. He actually produced probably around 20 of the glass metal pipes, and I just really wanted one for the longest time, and I wasn't able to get one. I end up probably waiting 8 years, and it was just too good of an idea to not pursue, and to see him not making them was really the inspiration to take it on farther.
Nice. And you've definitely taken it as far as you can, like so many colors, so many like collaborations with artists, different like techniques you apply into that center section there. It's really, really cool to see how you can take like that relatively simple form and just blow it up into all these different things.
I really never thought, like it would have gone this far. I really just got a great response when I first started making them, and it was apparent in the views and the comments and the likes and the shares that these needed to be made. And from then on, it was just game on. And
Nice.
I never thought that, like doing the collabs and doing the midsections, like with fabrics and doing them with clay, and I really never thought it would have gone this far, but it's such a simplistic piece. It gives me the opportunity to mail them off to a clay artist or a, wire and have them put their things. And I'm looking forward to doing lots of collabs with multimedia artists in the future. So that's something to keep your eyes on for sure.
Nice. Heck yeah. Were there any challenges when you started creating those metal pipes?
It was a very simple form in the beginning. I've really refined it though. Like if you go back and you look at the first year of metal pipes, the second year, and this is finally the third year of them, there are subtle differences between each year. And really, if you really know what to look for, you can kind of look at the piece and spot the year, like that's a year one, that's a year two. Now I'm hoping that year three through the next however long, they're going to stay pretty consistent. They're really dialed in at this point, and I'm very happy with the shape of them. I always tell people it's kind of like if a chamber pipe and a throwaway gas station made a baby. It's not like inspired by like one or the other. It's kind of, both of them put together. I feel like I could do a more realistic version of the metal pipe with 15 years glass experience. But nowadays, everybody just expects that shape from me. And
Yeah.
I'm hoping that, there might be a version 2.0 at some point, more true to the originals.
Nice. So you said you're in the third year of those. Do you have a number of how many that you've made of those?
Yeah, so I've been keeping track of all the numbers of them since the first ones. I'm currently at like the 705, somewhere in there.
And then you said you had nearly 1,300 booked out, correct?
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of combinations of colors and techniques and everything.
It's I'm looking forward to using more color companies. At this point, I'm using a lot of North Star and Colorado Color Company.
Nice.
It just makes it very consistent for the buyer to, be able to pick out those same patterns from Colorado Color Company or North Star. If I were doing it all, there would be way less options, and having them produce those consistent options makes it better for my customers.
Yeah, it helps you maximize your time being able to push more pipes out and not spend as much time doing prep work and all that. What sort of techniques do you use? Since you've got 15 years under your belt, I'm sure you do have a variety of techniques that you use. Do you have a favorite?
Well, the favorite's obviously the line work. Twisting up the zigzag or the wigwag patterns. That's always, before I blew pipes, what I was in love with. I would like to dive into, like I spent years doing like Fume Storm and like doing different series of work, but the wigwag is always what catches my eye. I don't know if it's for everyone, but like doing some, fume work or doing some inside out again or chip stacks, or there's just so many options that I could dive into.
Yeah, definitely. I'm
Wigwags
a huge fan of wigwags as well.
Yeah.
What is your favorite color to work with?
Ooh, I've really worked so many colors now that I can literally kind of tell the coefficiency by how the glass moves, just literally in my hand. Some of the easier ones to work, I like to do better just because the consistency of like a white, it stays a little softer and it wants to, like move at a little bit of a different timing than other colors. Mm-hmm. So I kind of like like blues and greens. Those are kind of just like very basic as far as how the glass moves.
Yeah.
But my eye always wants to go to those bright Crayola, bright red, bright orange, bright yellow.
Yeah. Do you have any difficulty with any of those colors anymore?
So like there weren't many colors, and the color companies hadn't really nailed down the recipes. So those bright Crayolas, when I first started, were a nightmare to work. I didn't even for like five years probably. Now the colors have got a lot more stable. They've gotten a lot easier to work, a lot less likely to boil. They're a breeze compared to what they used to be.
Nice. So not too many issues anymore. Do you have a least favorite color?
I love the way it looks, but I would say white, just because of the way it moves.
That's a good answer. I think that might be the first time I've gotten that answer. Old greens is a common answer I've gotten a bunch. Unobtainium is another really common answer. But yeah, white. I think that's the first time I've gotten that answer. But I totally see why you would say that, given how you're describing how you notice how you can feel the ways that
Solely
colors
based on
move.
it moves. You know, unobtainium's another similar one. I love the way it looks, but it's also likely to like crack, and it's way more temperamental with shock, and so
Yeah.
I loved that one though.
Another like sort of series that I noticed that you had done was these was like the presses, like a bunch of collabs that you did with like pressed images. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
So Project Press was probably like 2012. I sent out, I think, I want to say 400 cabochons to 200 artists. The 200 artists were supposed to make 2 pieces of art. They got to keep one, and they sent one back to me with plans that I was going to do a book. And actually the book and like a gallery show never happened for me. Like I never had the hype that I needed to at that point. But I've currently still got all the Project Press pieces that were sent back to me. I think I received 70 probably back of the 200 that I sent off to the artists. So I didn't get as many as I was expecting to, but I've still got a great like gallery show just waiting one day.
Yeah, it was really cool to scroll through that it was like a whole section of your page that was just like collab after collab after collab. And I was like, oh, this looks like a really cool concept to just send stuff off to other people. And I was interested in what like the details were. It's a really cool idea to like almost do like a trade of work for work, sort of.
Yeah. And even with the metal pipes, that's something I've been trying to do. Like with collabing artists, generally send off 2 pipes, or if they send me sections enough for 2 pipes, I send one back to them.
Nice. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite one of those collaborations?
Of the metal pipes?
Yeah.
I would say either the Fire Kissed or the Size Loves.
Nice. Those are the Size Loves. I mean, pretty iconic. And then Fire Kissed, if people aren't familiar, is just amazing.
I love the pattern. Best ones.
Yeah, definitely. What are your favorite items to blow? Because you do rigs, pendants, pipes, all sorts of different things.
So nowadays, like 98% of my time is spent making the metal pipes. I do have like, I want to go out there at 10 o'clock at night and try this pendant. Generally, it doesn't work. I generally don't want to put it into production. The metal pipes is, my bread and butter. So nice. I spend most of doing that at this point.
For sure. What is the most amount of time you've spent on a single piece, whether that be like trying, failing, and trying again, or building a large scale piece?
So I would say in 2015, I was making pieces called Fume Storms, and they were these pieces.
Wow.
And
That's
these,
amazing.
These took 3 days from start to finish.
Wow.
So to give you an idea of like a metal pipe, I generally make in like 2 hours and 45 minutes, where this one piece I spent 3 days on.
That's amazing.
And I just love like the symmetry, and something like this is a challenge, even for a glass blower of 15 years, where like a metal pipe, it's not as challenging to me as much anymore. I've done so many of them. Like the solid wigwag is the midsection. Like I wish there were, it were bigger and I could, actually like stack wigwags in them, or,
Yeah.
So I miss the challenge of making a more detailed piece.
Nice. Have you ever competed at any events before?
I have not competed. I've demoed at Glassroots 2 years.
Nice.
I was always nervous doing it. I don't perform well under pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you're used to working in a garage, not having an audience.
Exactly. And you put those eyes on me, and I remember I was like shaky, and it's a different story, just like me making pipes in my house as opposed to like in front of an audience, as silly as.
And then like if it's outside, you have like the weather or temperature to wind to account for.
Yeah.
Do you smoke weed yourself?
Oh, absolutely. That's what got me into pipes. I was a weed smoker. My family grew weed. I just grew up around it.
Nice.
I was just always around it.
Definitely. What's your preferred method for consumption?
I personally smoke dry pipes, and I think that's probably why I fell in love with metal pipes and like the function of them. And like when I first laid eyes on it, I liked a traditional Sherlock, and I liked more shapely pieces. But after smoking out of the metal pipes on a daily basis, I really fell in love with the function of them, and I've really tried to dial it in, whether it be if the bowl hole is too small on them, they will get drilled with a Dremel to make, the flow better. And at this point, I don't have any issues, but I'm always looking out for the function of them.
Nice. Nice. I'm a dry pipe person myself.
Nice. My wife dabs, and it lights up my lungs. I don't care how good the rosin is or how low temp it is. It's just, I'm an old school guy. I like the flowers.
Yeah, I'm the same way. My friends always give me crap about it. And they're like, come on, man, try this hash rosin. I'm like, I mean, I'll try it, but I'm not going to go out and buy it regularly. I'm sorry. It's just not me.
I dabbed last year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So definitely a hardcore flower guy. Do you use your own pieces, or do you have like a collection of glass from other artists?
I do use the metal pipes all the time now.
Nice.
I've got a collection of 10, 12 of them, maybe.
Are they like flawed ones, or ones that just like stuck out to you, or?
Some of them are flawed, and generally, like, I gave a lot of the flawed ones away to friends in the beginning. Like, they're, buddies that'll come over, and after I've smoked out of it and I don't want that one anymore, I'll just kick it to them. So
yeah.
I've got the nice ones now, though.
Nice. What more can we look forward to in the future? Oh, that's nice.
That's what I'm currently smoking on.
Very nice. What can we look forward to in the future for Atomi Glass?
More of the metal pipes, of course. I'm looking to do a lot more collabs, a lot more of the cross marketing, switching up the midsections, with techniques that I've never personally incorporated with them. I got a laser cutter probably like a few months ago, and I would like to kind of like incorporate some maybe woodwork with the metal pipe midsections with that. And there's a lot of ideas that just revolving around the metal pipes at this point.
That's awesome. Do you still find that you have the same love and passion as when you first started blowing glass?
Yeah, it's become more of a job now that I'm like required, I'm setting goals for myself and expecting to produce this many a month, this many a week, contact this many people.
Yeah.
but I've never lost the love for it. Like that freedom of being able to smoke weed all day long while I'm watching television or, like listening to music while I work. If I want to take the day off, like the freedom of it, like there's so many things that I love about glass that's not even the glass that it provides me,
It's the lifestyle that comes with it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
We were talking a little bit before we started recording, but both you and myself are jam band fans. Have you ever sold stuff in like parking lots of festivals or concerts before?
Oh, definitely. In the beginning, like there wasn't the internet, and like I remember literally like working for months at a time, just filling gun cases with pipes on top of pipes and taking them to festivals and not even seeing the shows some of those festivals because I was so focused on making that money. And that's how I paid my bills. And you would get, like sell that batch of glass and then buy a ticket to the next festival and bust your ass for that month and then just rinse and repeat. And
Nice.
there was a lot of shows that I missed that I was there for because I was selling pipes.
Yeah, that's cool though. That's definitely a fun, like I said, lifestyle that comes with the life of being a glass blower.
Now I'm liking more shows, and I don't have to focus on like when I get to the show selling stuff, and it's a lot more enjoyable now.
That definitely makes sense. Well, I think that's just about it as far as questions I have. Oh, you know what? No, I meant to ask you the tablet dabbers that you did a few of. Those were super awesome. I love those. Do you have a favorite one of those?
I really like the porno cartoons.
The Lois Griffin and
yeah,
Mark Simpson and all that.
Yeah, my wife got me an iPad and one of those Apple pencils, and it was kind of a game changer as far as being able to edit photos. And I have got like a vinyl cutter that I use to make stickers, and then those stickers kind of act as a sandblast resist that I place on the glass. So it's a lot of work to produce them, and it was kind of just like a fun sub-series, but I think you will see more of them at some point.
Nice.
I did buy stick acrylic that I might try lasering some with the new laser cutter.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled for that. Awesome. I think that is it now. Anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I appreciate you having me on.
No, we really appreciate you joining us. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, and thank you for doing this awesome interview with us. We really appreciate it. See you, everybody. Man, super fun. Thanks again to Atomai Glass for doing that awesome interview with us. We got a little bit more time here tonight, so we're going to hear a word quickly from Elev8 Dolls.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Teresa here with Elev8 Dolls. Thank you, Chris, so much for having me on tonight. I really enjoy watching all the glass blowers and listening to how they blossomed into the people they've become. My favorite question is when you ask them what's next. What are they going to do for the next 20 years? I always love to hear when people have goals. In fact, one of my goals is to grow Elev8 Dolls as big as we can across this world. What is Elev8 Dolls? Elev8 Dolls is a movement. It's a movement of women living a higher state of mind, body, and spirit who really want to experience this cannabis world or just the world that evolves around it, the alternative lifestyle, with us. So what we do is we offer a brand ambassador program. That brand ambassador program gives you a coupon in order to purchase any of this stuff. It also gives you the option to pretty much be your own business and sell this stuff as well. What you see here is not all that we have available. There is so much more. I really would love the chance to talk to you, and I appreciate that you're listening to me tonight. So if you would like some more information on how to earn some money with Elev8, please DM or go to elev8dolls.com. Thank you, and elevate mind, body, and spirit.
Thanks, Elev8 Dolls. Make sure to go check out that brand new website, elev8dolls.com, to learn how to become an Elev8 doll yourself. Now we're going to hear a little bit from Elev8 veterans.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks again, Chris, for having us. I'm John with Elev8 Veterans, and I'm just here to remind you guys, we got all this cool stuff and all these cool opportunities. If you're a veteran in the community and you guys are looking for somewhere to hang out, Elev8 is your place. As you can see, we got a kind of thing for everybody here. No matter what community, what stroke of life you're in, you're always welcome here. So if you guys have some free time and you want to come learn about what Elev8 Veterans is doing and how we can help you, come on down, dude. We got plenty of time, and if you'd like to volunteer, offer up some of your time as well, we'd love that too. So hopefully see you guys soon. Take it easy.
Thanks, Elev8 Veterans. Before we get out of here, it's Friday night. No Friday night would be complete without a little smoke sesh, so we're going to do a quick product demo for you guys.
What's up, Elev8 fam? Johnny here. I work at the warehouse as a wholesale account executive. If you guys want to join, please look into our brand ambassador program. It's really fun. It's another Friday here, so sesh time. And this week's sesh, I wanted to bring out the Dab Bat, show off our product here. This is our Dab Bat Dab Straw. This thing is sick. And the reason why, it's a borosilicate body. There's a silicone cap, and then there's a retractable quartz tip there. And so as you see, that goes in. And like I said, this is quartz glass. So borosilicate body, quartz glass top, boom, puts it right back there. Simple, right? The beauty of it is say you're going to a show, a 3-day show, which before all of this craziness happened, those were things like that. Or say you want to bring it on the go with you and you're going on a hike. This is the perfect way to now be able to consume with a dab bat, because that is my preferred way of consumption is dabbing. And dab straws are the most conservative way to hit your dabs. So it's a fun way to bring it with you. So Friday, thanks for letting me join the Elev8. Time to sesh, I guess, right? And so the thermal range on this quartz tip is way different too, so it makes it much better glass at dealing with these temperatures. So less likely to crack when you heat it up. And I got here my honey bucket with some concentrate in it. And she rips like a champ. And then the magic happens. Boom. Now I can put it in my pocket and be on my way. Thanks for letting me join Elev8 Mind, Body, and Spirit, everybody.
Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Again, huge thank you to Atomai Glass for joining us for that interview. We'll be back here again next week for another awesome episode for you guys. Elev8 Mind, Body, and Spirit.